Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I figured I would start doing some psychology stuff, talk about psychology and things of that nature. So I'm gonna start doing videos where every Monday and Wednesday, I'll have to pick one, maybe Wednesday, that videos for psychology will be released, because Fridays I release like tarot stuff and Wicca stuff. There might be times where I incorporate Wicca in psychology because there are deeper meanings in both. I love the pagan religion because it's been around for a long time. Um, Wicca was more just kind of brought together in the last 100 years, so it's more new. It's more new, but it's still pagan. Psychology for me is something I've always loved. I've always loved. I remember the first time I was maybe 6. Someone said the word psychoanalyze to me, and I didn't even know I did it. I did it up to I do up to this day. I can't even lie. I do it to this day, where I find little things and quirks people do, so I can be like, oh, do you know every time blah 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 you do this, or things of that nature. Um, Psychology has always interested me because it's the unknown. We know so many things medically, like we can do scientific stuff and be like, okay, so this person has breast cancer, or we can run this test in this person, we can see that this person has this. And just recently, within the last 100 years, we started advancing so much in the psychology field. It's insane. We have even newer things being brought out now that even just blow my mind, and it's such an amazing field to be in, because it's something I say, when you want to do work and you want to work when you're an adult, you want to do something you're passionate about, and psychology makes me passionate. I was going to go to med school, but I don't like math, so I also wasn't very passionate about it. I just really liked when I was in Afghanistan doing surgeries and stuff. But whenever I talk about psychology, it's like I could go for days. Sorry, I'm scatterbrained right now. So in the future, Mondays, Wednesdays, I'm pretty sure maybe Wednesdays, I'll start releasing videos on psychology. I don't know if it'll be weekly, monthly. I have a video I want to do next, that I'm thinking about, that'll probably be released next week. So stay tuned for that as well. Uh, so these two videos will be weekly, so I'll release this today, which is Wednesday. Hi Wednesday, happy hump day. And then next week. These are not to, we'll put personal experiences in there because I am okay and open with it, talking about what I've been through, because I think the more you can get stuff out and like be okay with it, less it is a weapon. I've done work where I've been so not passionate about it that it brought me to a point where I had to be here. So I know a lot of people have that feeling, if it makes sense. It's hard to explain the feeling, so I can't really explain it. But being passionate about this, I've done work with social work, marriage, family, couple counseling, and I was originally gonna go just be a therapist, but I knew that I wouldn't be fully on board with it. Although I love doing it, I'm more passionate about psychology, and I'm more passionate about clinical psychology, which is what my doctorate's in. I'm halfway through it, and I have a focus in forensics, so I want to work with like the criminality side of everything, so I can like work with, because I've worked in the prison system and it's very fun. I've worked with strictly mental health, and I've worked in the sex offender population, and it's very misunderstood. And once you start to understand things, it makes more sense. It's very easy to villainize someone. It's very easy to pin them out as a monster, and I think that's wrong. I don't approve of the crime, but I understand how it can happen. And that's the thing about psychology, and that's the thing about therapy, is you don't have to be like, oh, I 100% approve of this. No, you just say, I understand it. I understand how it could happen. Because we're so fixated on our own lives, sometimes we forget that that person had a life too. And we can't say they lived our lives. If we've had a bad life, we're like, well, I've had a bad life, and yeah, I didn't go out and do that. That's not okay either, because we're telling that person that our trauma is worse than theirs. Everyone handles things differently and in their own way, and this is something we have to kind of get on board with to make ourselves equal in a way, because not everyone has hardcore mental health issues. Not everyone deals with racism. Not everyone deals with sexism. Not everyone deals with homophobia, transphobia, you name it. Not everyone has dealt with that. So they've led a different life than us. But to educate someone on it is the biggest priority I see in life. And that's what I want to help with. I want to help answer questions. So if y'all have questions, put them in the comments, or even private message me on YouTube, Facebook, wherever, and I will research stuff and make it a video, because again, these are things that you can get from one aspect. I could be talking about, so next week's video is the adverse experiences, or adverse childhood experiences, the ACE test, and that one can be covered in so many different ways. There's so many different lights to look at different psychological aspects that make people go, oh, I saw it from this way at first, but seeing it from your perspective, now I get it more. So you might not get it from my aspect, and I'm going to try and explain it the best I can. But if you do have questions, I will let you know. I love psychology and I love to talk about it. So that's why I wanted to kind of create these videos, so people can, if they need help, I can be somewhat of a help to them. Other than that, stay tuned for more psychology, more tarot, more Wicca, more fun stuff. And thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead if you want to. If not, it's all good. Like, dislike. But if you have questions, comments, I'm here to answer. Other than that, hope you all have a great day, and see you in the future.